Please excuse the video multiverses in the background. It's just filler while I talk about something that happened to me recently. Last week, I uploaded a video called The Best Games for the Cultured. It was a 15-minute long video talking about adult video games and reviewing the ones I thought were the best. If you're subscribed to this channel, you might have gotten a notification about it before YouTube inevitably took it down, and we'll get to that in a second. First, let's talk about why I even uploaded a video talking about adult video games. The reason why is because there's a lot of game developers out there making some banger games, and I wanted to shine some light on them. It's an interesting genre, and it's becoming more and more complex as time goes on, especially with how fast technology is growing. I even saw a 1 hour and 30-minute long video on YouTube talking about adult video games, and so I thought it was fine to do what I was doing. I spent a long time making sure that the video was very tasteful and reviewed it multiple times so then it didn't upset the YouTube gods. The video was focused on the gameplay for the games and talks about why they're trendsetters in their genre. It was nothing more crazy than what you would see on Twitch anyways, or even YouTube for that matter. Literally just search the word naked or sex in the YouTube search bar and you'll see what I mean. Bonus points if you type in something like hot tub stream and you'll get multiple videos of barely clothed people or naked people doing things that are obviously meant to be sexualized. Considering that I have videos literally playing Huni Pop and a series called Hentai or Not, the most I was expecting was the video to be ad restricted, which is totally fine. In fact, I uploaded the video on Thursday of last week and sent it out on Saturday to make sure everything was okay. On upload, it was ad restricted, which I completely understood and accepted. I mean, it's a video about adult video games, so why would it not be ad restricted? At worst, maybe putting an age gate on it, but to be honest, there really wasn't anything in the video that would prompt really, anything worse. But lo and behold, the video was live for what I would assume was 5 to 6 hours, because that's what I saw on Twitter, before being removed completely from YouTube and giving my channel a community strike. I didn't even know that the video was taken down until I got notifications on Twitter. The email saying that my video was removed from YouTube didn't even come to me until like 11 p.m. that day, but it was removed like 5 hours before that. So for those of you who don't know, YouTube's community strike is super harsh. Not only does it remove the video entirely with comments and the video removed, you're also not allowed to upload, live stream, or post anything on that YouTube channel for an entire week. Which, isn't that bad because, I barely upload anyways. That means you cannot upload another video talking about what happened, and you cannot make a community post. Basically, once you get a strike, you're literally silenced on the platform. Now, this has never happened to me before, and I kind of want to discuss why this is so upsetting. First and foremost, let's talk about what led to my channel getting a strike in the first place. It's no surprise that this channel has had some run-ins with YouTube. I can be crass, and that's kind of the personality of this channel. It's an over-exemplified version of myself, like anyone else's YouTube channel. And because of that, I've been hit by multiple ad restrictions, and I'm not going to go over it because it's already old news, but let's just say it sucks. The biggest thing that sucks is that my channel received a warning in July 2021 over something that has no right being there, and it's a video called Dear Pussy. Maybe you guys have seen it, maybe not. It was a storytime video talking about something that happened in high school where I wrote a letter to vaginas for my senior scrapbook because 1, I thought it was funny, and 2, I didn't do the assignment, and so I, kind of just did it during my lunch period. In fact, the video was literally just footage of League of Legends with me talking over it, and for some forsaken reason, the video was striked for, get this, violent criminal organizations. Hello? For those of you who don't know, here's why my video was quote unquote deemed as not okay for YouTube. It had content produced by violent criminal or terrorist organizations, content praising or memorializing prominent terrorists or criminal figures in order to encourage others to carry out acts of violence, content praising or justifying violent acts carried out by violent criminal or terrorist organizations, content aimed at recruiting new members to violent criminal or terrorist organizations, content depicting hostages or posted with the intent to solicit, threaten, or intimidate on behalf of a violent criminal or terrorist organization, content that depicts the insignia, logos, or symbols of violent criminal or terrorist organizations in order to praise or promote them. This video has none of that in the video at all. Literally nothing to do with this whatsoever. And so obviously I made an appeal and it was rejected. What? Why? Why was it rejected? This was over a year ago and it was wrongfully deleted because I'm assuming it's part of a YouTube automated system. And because of this quote unquote warning, it's what leads me to believe that the video I uploaded last week, the best games made for the cultured, was removed and immediately received a strike for it. That alone is stupid, and I feel like no matter what I do at this point, I'm under such a microscope with YouTube that if I don't follow it, I'm like, if I don't follow what they want me to do, I'm just going to continue being silenced. I wanted to make a video talking about how hypocritical this entire ordeal is and show comparisons to what's currently allowed on the platform compared to what I uploaded, but if I show anything, I could potentially get a second strike and not be able to upload or do anything for 2 more weeks. I already sent in an appeal for my last video and that was also rejected. To be honest, considering this video and my last video being striked by YouTube and both appeals being rejected, I don't think anyone actually looks at the appeals and it's just an automated system. The same type of garbage automated system that they use for ad restrictions. Now, this is super scary and makes me feel incredibly silenced by this website over things that don't make any sense, but make sense to their automated system where I have no rebuttal. Like, bro, there's videos of Amaranth rubbing her chest and showing it off on YouTube that still exists and hasn't been taken down. I'm not going to show it because, again, I don't want to be silenced for another 2 weeks, but it's there and it's doing completely fine. God forbid a channel actually makes a meaningful review about adult video games with substance. Like, no, we can't have that. That would be too much. Not being able to say anything about this feels like absolute dog doo-doo. When I came onto YouTube in the early 2000s, the greatest thing about this platform was freedom of speech and making content that you wouldn't see anywhere else. That's what makes YouTube so cool. But after being hit with ad restrictions like crazy, getting wrongful warnings for something that doesn't make sense, and then getting a strike where I can't say anything for an entire week, feels like garbage, man. And I know it's a corporate business. They don't really care about the creators. It's all about the bottom line and making their advertisers happy or making sure people stay on their platform by shoveling as much ground feed or dribble they can possibly push into your mouth. Now, I already uploaded the best games for the cultured videos onto another YouTube channel, and so far it's totally fine. So we'll see how it is, I don't know. And for those asking what the list was, I don't even want to say it because I'm afraid of what would happen, which sucks because there's some great game developers out there that deserve this recognition, but I can't even talk about them. In fact, I'm scared of even uploading this video discussing this topic in the first place. This is the same process that happened when I made my LimeWire documentary that got ad restricted and I made like $100 off of it because of that. It's just constantly being shit on by this platform and I'm so sick of it. After going over to the Dice Check channel and, uploading videos to somewhere where I don't feel ad restricted or where I can actually do stuff, it feels great. But being on this channel, it feels like garbage. I have a video of Fall Guys and that's ad restricted. What? I have a literal video talking about my own circumcision and that's totally fine. What the fuck is this system and how does it even work? You would think that a platform that takes 45% of your revenue, which I've given them hundreds of thousands of dollars, they would at least do something of value. In fact, did you know that I've never even received my golden play button? Like, this platform doesn't give a shit about its creators. So here's what I'm doing. Starting on Monday, I'm just going to go head first and just streaming on Twitch. It's not even a better platform. There's just as much garbage and bullshit you have to deal with on there, but at least I can probably get away with more things on there and not get punished for saying words like crap and shit and bitch and fuck. And right now, we're currently in the transition period of moving Dice Check onto YouTube only streams because it hasn't been hit with any ad restrictions and doesn't look like it's blacklisted. So for now, the Twitch channel is just twitch.tv/Dice Check before I rename it back to Magikarp Use Fly. or whatever the hell name I decide on. Now, I'm not going to ramble on anymore about this because, again, I'm afraid of what will happen, and I feel like I'm just getting way too heated about this, so I'm sorry that this video isn't the greatest, but we'll be back again next week. For those of you who want to watch the best games for the cultured, you can check it out in the description, and I'll see you guys on Monday.